Today I'm going to be showing you Doctor Wu's Menace King, or G1 Megatron, and I just thought I'd give a shout out to ActionRobo. Is a Hong Kong based seller who got me this. I'm in the UK. It came in about 7 days, so it doesn't take long at all, and absolutely great service, great seller, and I can't wait to show you this figure. So my overall impression, this is one of the most complex Doctor Wu figures there are. It's got the usual strengths and weaknesses. So strengths are, it looks great for posing, really small scale, and but accurate in looks. Like you recognize immediately who this guy is, and also the proportions are really well done. This gun, although it can add extra weight, has been balanced very balanced very nicely with this figure. You can see the feet have got like extra, this kind of wedge at the back here to balance. So it's been, some careful consideration has been applied. And, the usual negatives are that the articulation isn't particularly great, especially around the hips, which is not that good for posing. But, the arms and the hips, you've got articulation there, and a little bit on the head to try to make up for it. So, but yeah, overall, really cool figure, and I'm going to go through the transformation and the general appearance. If you're interested in Transformers and diecast cars, please do consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you, and for those who have, really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy these videos as much as I enjoy making them. Some of them are really hard, like this Megatron, to transform and film it going back and forth. So cheers for watching, and hope you get something out of it as well. Thank you. Let's take a look at the packaging for Megatron. So here we have some cool artwork. Got evil face here, very mischievous. We've got a picture of the gun, alt mode, and the robot mode behind. Age 16 plus. This is the side. This is the back. So we get the photo image. This is some kind of Cybertron. I guess some, I don't know. Yeah. Imperial bit where they all meet. Okay, 5 centimeters. I think it's a bit bigger than 5, but pretty close. And just a reminder, got to play with this carefully because it's really small. And I think that's about it really. So we're just going to open it and see what we have inside. So we get, yes, get the little profile card. Let's have a look at this. So it's got max stats for everything, the Menace King. And we've got the photo of the robot mode and the gun. And the vitality, attack and defense is the absolute beast. He is top level. And here is the biography. The background of the Menace King is not good. And after witnessing many injustices, he decided to change everything with his own hands. After experiencing the training of the arena, the pits of Chaos, the Menace King gained unparalleled power, but when he decided to use it as the foundation of his rule, he was unable to gain the approval of his former close friend, Optimus Prime. So there we go. That's a pretty good bio. Pretty good summary of many different Transformers storylines, franchises all together. Let's have a look. I'll definitely be needing the instructions from this appearance. Here we go. So yeah, this is pretty complicated for a Doctor Wu. Normally doesn't. Got 29 steps. And here we go. So I'm going to just be following these. But let's have a look at the figure itself. Here we go. Let's get this out of this blister. This is Megatron. Not bad at all. Just going to get the other accessories out as well. Get rid of this. So I think that just goes straight on once transformed. So yeah, we'll do this later. So they've got 3 parts here, which I'll show you in detail. But the bit that everyone is excited about is the figure itself. So here is Megatron standing in his glory. Not quite the 5 centimeters that they say. It's more like 7. 6.75. Let's have a look at this in detail. Let's give us a zoom. There we go. Great looking face mold. It's got some detail here. It's good to see. The plastic is quite small. You do get to see little rough bits occasionally. Oh, that's a bit of dust from the factory probably. This one's alright. So let's have a look at this guy for articulation. Now some on the TFW 2005 forum, which I actively check, especially the Doctor Wu threads, they say that yeah, the 2 arms at the elbows are different. You've got a ball joint here. Here is just your hinge. So it's because of the gun. So that's why. And for the transformation. But look, you can still do cool poses like this. I mean, the classic one, oh, the head's on a ball joint, so you can have some down movement. But the classic one, you know, where he's staring above from the worm's eye view. Let's see if we can just do that quickly. I think that's quite hard to do. So yeah, that classic one where he's looking down at you, like your last shot, that's not the easiest to pull off with this figure. Maybe like that. Just a bend. Something like that. I think that's achievable. You know, if you're doing toy photography, something like that will do. So it's okay. Okay, so arm goes around, that's on. I've got another hinge inside here as well as the shoulder, so that's pretty good for range. And then you have to, it's quite fiddly because we've got this back piece on here, so we just have to put that back up, put the shoulder up there, otherwise it looks like he's got a dropped shoulder. This one does not have that double piece, so it's just as is, a bit more stiffer. The gun, you can take it off, which is cool, and then you just put it back on here like that. As for the side skirts, they're on a double like hinge, so you can see you can move it up like that. A lot of flexibility with those side skirts, and the figure has ball joints at the hips and hinge joints at the knees. So we'll have a look at this figure all the way around. So from the side, this is quite wide, and it just has to be that way, just for the figure. And we've got a mixture of some metal screws and pins, and the rest is plastic. They usually use a combination of ABS, which is a really good sturdy plastic, and PVC. So yeah, here is what I mentioned earlier, like some of the plastic molding. It's not quite smooth on some parts, and you can see the parts of the gun there. From the back, that's your Lord Megatron. Looks pretty good. And from the other side as well, let's put him straight. There we go. Okay, let's do some transformation, and I'll change him into the gun, and then I will change him back again. So this is my first time doing it. I'm just going to do it here with you guys. So slide this down here so it looks like that. Then we put the arm up and out, and then we seem to slide it out like this. Just this bit, I think, and that one goes up like that. Then we do the other arm this time. Just going to try and make this a bit neater. And I think I've done that a bit wrong, so I'm just going to put that there like that, and that one like that. I think that's correct. Okay, let's get back to the right arm. That looks funny. Okay, let's have a look at the right arm then. So, yeah, I think that's correct. And then what do we do here? What's the difference between this one and this one, eh? Something swivels. Ah, yes, it's the hand. So we just put that in there, like that. Now we've got the cocking mechanism there. Gun has come off now. Bit of parts forming. And now we have to slide the whole thing. Maybe just take it off. Oh, look at that. Look at that, and that peg just goes right in there. If I am correct. Okay, so here we go. What the? Megatron's looking a bit strange right now. And then we turn the legs completely around. Like this. This one hasn't quite tabbed in. I'm just going to try my best here. Okay, so I just put this bit in, just clicked it in properly. And then now I have put that one like this. I've noticed. Oh yeah, we'll do something with these skirts later. So what's the next step? Okay, so that forms the bottom half of the gun. So let's give this, hey, there we go. Lines up nicely. Pop that in there, like that. So I was wondering why this bit didn't click in. It's because before I did not notice that I have to also tuck this hand in. It just swivels here. And then this part goes, just tabs in. Oh, it comes off very easily, which is good because it stops it from breaking. So I'm just going to put that one in there. That tabs in. And that tab now fits in this. I was thinking, hang on, there's like a fist there. But nope, it's just me. Just didn't do it properly. So now we just click that in. And here we go, the walking gun. So the next step is, oh yeah, swing this barrel around here. Like that. So that just tabs in. And I can presume that's the next step here. Yeah, that's correct. And then now for the head, pop it like this. And then got to somehow tuck this in to where the bullet goes, where the bullet fires. Okay, so let me just do this. Now, I saw something on TFW saying that if you don't want to scratch the head, there is a proper way to turn it, which I think, let's tuck it in. Let me see. There we go. To avoid scratching the head and the paint and stuff like that. They recommend, maybe not that way actually. Yep, so for me, like to avoid the face being scratched like the paint on the artwork, not artwork, just the face paint, I would tilt the head like this because then it's protected. Now that was already, I just noticed that now, so that was from just production. But yeah, you can just, it's quite tricky to get out if you do it carefully. So if his head was like this before, then yeah, you just open it back, tilt it back, tuck that head right in like that, tuck it right in, and it just clicks in like so, which is cool. So that's the gun so far. Let's carry on with the instructions. Got that difficult bit out of the way. You don't want to scratch Megatron's face. It won't bode well for you. Okay, so now we have to open these little skirts. So here we've got an extra little flap. I think that just comes down somewhere here, I presume. Now, why is that different? Ah, yes, because it's double hinge, isn't it? That's what it is. So let me see what they say. So get these flaps out to the side. And then, yeah, I've done that on both sides. Ah, so the legs go back a bit. Actually, all the way back. Ah, I see. So I have to fold the feet back down. Let me just do that. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Let's get this out to the side, and then if something will turn. There we go. So it splits again at the knee. It's like a double knee joint. Okay, but everything's gone a bit wonky, so I'm just going to try and straighten this up. Now, there's two. Yes, they must tab in there. Yes, okay. So the feet just go in there. I'm not sure about that. Let me just consult the actual instructions before I just make up more stuff. So the wings come out. They're still out. Ah, actually, on this one, I notice they're here like this, and then suddenly they go down again. So let me try that again. Okay, I think I've just figured this out off camera. So you actually just turn it. I thought this figure was going to break, but luckily it does not. So it's just as simple as that. And then you put this down like that when you get to the correct angle, which is pretty much that really. Okay, let's put all these other bits back together. Let's give this guy a swing round. There we go. And put this skirt down here. Whoops, gone a bit too far there. There we go. And tab the feet in. So there we go. And then the easy bits. Bob the sight on here, like this. Then the other easy bit is to put this on like that. And finally, I'm going to link these two together first. There we go. And this should peg right into the bottom. Or I'll just tab in. There we go. Perfect. How's that? Well, after that bit of a mission, one of the most complex transformations, that is the final alt mode. So sadly, I don't have any big figures to hold this to shoot, but I'm sure some of you out there will do. And I think I've seen on some preview pictures that it does fit in some larger figures' hands. And one side has got all the screws on, which is inevitable because it's such a small thing. But the other one side, this side, is the presentation side. And it looks pretty good. Obviously, I could improve my transformation skills and make it a bit tighter. But yeah, you got, gaps here and stuff. But for what it is, I think it's fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at the gun in detail. So I probably could improve some of these bits, but just for now, this is pretty much what it looks like. You got just a picture of the trigger rather than a real trigger, just to make it easy. And the back, this is what it looks like here. Whoa, this is what it looks like here as well. So now it's time for the reverse transformation. So before I transform it back, here is a 360 of the gun mode, held up by Bumblebee Movie Edition by Lucky Cat. Yeah, really superb alt mode. And faithful to the G1 86, 86? What the? G1 from 84. So there we go. Right, let's transform this guy back. Okay, so let's take this off, and this off. Oh, it's quite stiff, this one actually. Just take this off carefully. Right, so let's pop these skirts up. I remember that was quite a difficult one. Then we're going to swivel this around. How did I do it last time? Was it like this? Yes, it was like this. Let's do it this way. And there we go. Now let's untab these. Split the legs open. Just make sure that's in line. And it is. Great. So there's the legs done. This, I remember, folds up, goes around to the back. Then I can just put this arm out here. Fold that down and swing the hand out. So actually, no, I'm going to tilt it, swing this out here as such, then I can put it back as it was. That's a double hinge, I remember. And we can turn it like this. Keep that close in there. I think it was actually like that. Yeah, we can do it like that, I guess. Now, this guy, can come here like that. I remember that guy, the chest shifts over, click back, put these skirts in. Man, it's always so much easier after you know how to do it. Okay, that one can go down like that. Let's whip this arm out here. Is it that way? Yeah. Because, and the last thing to do, let's just pop Megatron's head carefully out. Give it a tilt. There we go. He is restored. Just going to sort these skirt things out. That'll do. Could put them down to make them fit in a bit more, but that's entirely your choice. Put the gun back, barrel there, up here. There we go. So that's that. How's that? Super quick, eh? Let's get this guy on the turntable. Here we go, on the turntable now. Megatron 360 view, all transformed back in a matter of minutes. Awesome engineering by Dr. Wu, one of the most complex figures released, and looks absolutely fabulous in both modes, considering the size. As always, the robot mode has limited posability, but you know, you get a really cool figure overall. And this is it. So pretty cool, eh? I've got some more reviews of Doctor Wu coming up. They do take quite a long time to make, so if you made it this way, if you viewed this video to this point, massive thanks. It's not easy, and I hope you enjoyed it. Alright guys, well, let me know in the comments below what other Doctor Wu figures you'd like to see. I will do Optimus Prime. I have got Wheeljack, Bulkhead, got Cosmos, I've got Beachcomber, I've got the original Soundwave. I've got quite a lot of them. I didn't have the tape cassette ones, but most of the Micromaster G1 guys I do, so yeah, drop a comment down below. Happy to, yeah, switch up my reviews to get another Doctor Wu in that you guys would like to see. Other than that, take care. See you in the next video.